He is, without the shadow of a doubt, a genuine Mexican plug. I did not know what a genuine Mexican plug was, but there was something about this man's way of saying it that made me swear inwardly that I would own a genuine Mexican plug or die. "Has he any other advantages?" I inquired, suppressing what eagerness I could. He hooked his forefinger in the pocket of my army shirt, led me to one side, and breathed in my ear impressively these words: "He can outbuck anything in America. Going at $24.50. Gen 27, I shouted in a frenzy. "And sold," said the auctioneer, and passed over the genuine Mexican plug to me. I could scarcely contain my exultation. I paid the money and put the animal in a neighboring livery stable to dine and rest himself. In the afternoon I brought the creature into the plaza, and certain citizens held him by the head and others by the tail, while I mounted him. As soon as they let go, he placed all his feet in a bunch together, lowered his back, and then suddenly arched it upward and shot me straight into the air a matter of 3 or 4 feet. I came as straight down again, lit in the saddle, then instantly up again. Came down almost on the high pommel, shot up again, came down on the horse's neck, all in the space of 3 or 4 seconds. Then he rose and stood almost straight up on his hind feet, and I, clasping his lean neck desperately, slid back into the saddle and held on. He came down and immediately hoisted his heels into the air, delivering a vicious kick at the sky, and stood on his forefeet. Then down he came once more and began the original exercise of shooting me straight up again. The third time I went up, I heard a stranger say, "Oh, don't he buck, though!" While I was up, somebody struck the horse a sounding thwack with a leathern strap, and when I arrived again, the genuine Mexican plug was not there. A California youth chased him up and caught him, and asked if he might have a ride. I granted him that luxury. He mounted the genuine, got lifted into the air once, but sent his spurs home as he descended, and the horse darted away like a telegram. He soared over 3 fences like a bird and disappeared down the road toward the Washoe Valley. I sat down on a stone with a sigh, and by a natural impulse one of my hands sought my forehead, the other the base of my stomach. I believe I never appreciated till then the poverty of the human machinery, for I still needed a hand or two to place elsewhere. Pen cannot describe how I was jolted up. Imagination cannot conceive how disjointed I was, how internally, externally, and universally I was unsettled, mixed up, ruptured. There was a sympathetic crowd around me, though. One elderly-looking comforter said, "Stranger, you've been taken in. Everybody in this camp knows that horse. Any child, any Injun could have told you that he'd buck. He's the very worst devil to buck on the continent of America. You hear me? I'm Curry, old Abe Curry. And moreover, he's a Simon pure, out-and-out, genuine, damned Mexican plug, and an uncommon mean one at that, too. Why, you turnip, if you'd laid low and kept dark, there's chances to buy an American horse for mighty little more than you paid for that bloody old foreign relic." I gave no sign, but I made up my mind that if the auctioneer's brother's funeral took place while I was in the territory, I would postpone all other recreations and attend it.